Well, my first credit union job was here, and at that time we were known as Nippers Federal Credit Union, and it was in May 1986, and I was a part-time teller going to college full-time. And when I graduated, I really liked the credit union, so I decided to stay and move my way up until I became CEO in 1999. When I first started for Nippers, we were the credit union for RCA, which is right across the street from my office, and at that time RCA was the primary group for the credit union, although we had several other manufacturing companies. And it was a different time then because we were busy all the time, members coming over constantly, all day, every day. And it was just really a great time for me to learn about credit unions. Well, Nippers is the dog that you see on the RCA logo that's listening to his owner's voice on the record player. Well, in 1994, we did change our name to Members Choice Federal Credit Union, and that was because RCA was making some changes. And they had actually asked us to change our name from Nippers Federal Credit Union because they had been sold to GE, and GE owned that name right. And they wanted us to change our name. And because Members Choice, we felt was more representative of our membership at that time because we did have multiple seg groups. But I was instrumental in us getting our community charter, and I also helped or actually implemented our debit card program back in the late 1990s, which for credit unions our size was kind of a significant program. And we also have a teen car buying program that we developed that helps teenagers who are having part-time jobs. It helps them get a car and helps them to establish credit and learn some financial responsibility along the way. Well, I've been very fortunate in my credit union career to have so many credit union friends from all over the state, big and small credit unions. I do think that at the very beginning of my career, my supervisor at that time was Trent Kerr, and he worked here for a number of years, and he inspired me to want to stay in the credit union business. I watched him. He was very hands-on. He would help all of us employees when whatever we needed. And I always thought that if I got to be a supervisor, I wanted to be a supervisor like that. And then I've also was very fortunate when I became CEO at a time when the credit union was having some issues. I met Roger Sapansky and Brian Price from IU Credit Union, and they were more than helpful in helping me in some areas that I was not familiar with. But again, I've had so many credit union friends that it's really hard to mention them all. Well, I have served on a number of committees and various boards over the years that are credit union related, and I really have enjoyed all of them because, again, I meet a lot of credit union people that I may not have gotten to know otherwise, and I find all of them beneficial for me personally, and all of them benefit my credit union as well, from the Hoosier Q's board to the foundation board to the league board to just, the little committees. It was actually very exciting. I learned a lot about insurance, health insurance. There was a lot more to it than what I even knew, and I thought that I had quite a bit of knowledge. It was exciting because we were starting something new, and we were going to be helping credit unions and their employees be able to help maintain their insurance cost. And to me, that's a very important benefit and necessity for all people. credit unions are going to continue to evolve. I think it's a struggle, especially for the small to medium-sized credit unions, and even for the large credit unions, because large credit unions, by bank definitions, are still considered small financial institutions. You know, regulations are not going away, they're going to get tougher, but because credit unions work together, I do think that even the small credit unions can be successful if they want to be successful. Over the years that I have been at this credit union, which has been 28 years now, there's so much that it is really hard for me to summarize some of the highlights. I mean, I've enjoyed the highs and the lows. Obviously the highs were better than the lows, but the lows helped me become, you know, to me, a better CEO of the credit union, and it helped me grow as a person. Well, I consider it a great honor. I was very surprised when I received the notification, because I think back over the years on who has been inducted, and to be considered along with those individuals is a great honor for me, and I'm really proud of that accomplishment.